27th of May, Rabbi Levitt, substituted by Rabbi Globus. Gemora. Hello.
Hey there.
Sorry I'm late.
No problem.
I had a problem with the construction crew. I had to deal with it.
What you working on at home?
Oh, it's a big mess. They're building a new apartment on the roof of my building,
Uh-huh.
and they're causing a lot of trouble for me in the process.
Oh no.
They took a lot of stuff from my storage room, so because they needed to work in that storage room, and I said fine, because they told me it'd be 2 weeks. Now it's been more than 2 months, and I need that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I said, hey, I need that stuff. Where is it? Where did you put it?
Right.
Maybe they stole it, he says. So that's when I started, that's when I was in the middle of the conversation and it was time to start the class. So
Wow. That sounds pretty aggravating.
he told me, I said, look, if I can't find the paint that I used to paint my house,
Yeah.
to repaint my whole house,
Uh-huh.
no problem, I'll do it. Now, whether he was true or not, I don't know. We'll find out. But he said he would do it. He said he'll pay for whatever he needs to pay for to make it right. So
Wow.
I couldn't ask for him to say more than that.
Yeah, you'll see what happens in the end.
Yep. Hey,
Hope
thank you.
things
I've got food on my table. I've got clothes on my back. Could be worse.
you'd also like to have paint on your walls.
You got it.
Yeah, I know. We have a lot of needs.
Yeah, we sure do.
Okay. So Phil is with us today, Baruch Hashem. And let's see, where are we?
Good
See if we
question.
can figure out where we are.
Okay,
We're
first,
on Yud Amid Aleph, right?
Yud Amid Aleph, yes.
And we said that the only time we worry about a lost get not being the same one as we found is if there's shayaros and if there's two people with the same name in the same town. And if we don't say that, we're going to have a problem. And now we're going to see what problem we're going to have.
Right.
It says 1, 2, 3, 4 lines up from the bottom. In the middle of the line, Di'ilote Mahachi. I don't know where that comes out in your books.
I'm trying to find it. Let's see.
Yud Ches Amid Aleph. 4 lines up from the bottom. First word on the line is Yosef.
Let's see. We did a Raminahu already.
Yep.
Amar
So
did a Rabba.
There's about 5 lines down from there.
Let's see. Afilu b'mkom. Okay, we did that.
Okay, you're almost there.
Dahub Gita.
Okay, so let's start 1 line above that. Di'ilote Mahachi.
I see Lo Tema Chachi.
Right. So start just 1 word before that, Di.
Oh, De'i Lo Tema Chachi. Got it.
So good. So we're on the same page. So what about Phil? You're with us? You got the place?
Phil. I think he's frozen.
Aha. Okay. Phil, can you hear us?
Yes, I do. But I'm on a train, so I don't have my Gemora, so I'm just listening.
Okay, so we should just go forward then, and you'll.
I'll listen on. That's okay. And I will be back home for the rest of the week. That I will be able to do it from home the next 2 days. Actually, tomorrow I'll be walking home, and then I'll be home. And I catch you in the some of the on those system on my walk home, and then I'll get home for the final end of it. But it's okay.
Okay.
Thank you for sending me the newsletter input, Phil.
Good. I'm glad you got that. And I'm assuming we're back to normal without any breaks for a while, unless you tell me.
That's correct. But I appreciate your sending when you're on trip.
Well, I'm only on a train, Tel Aviv. That's such a big trip, but it was from home. I said from home last night before I left. Okay. Good.
Train. That's what we're seeing.
Never
Okay.
seen the train.
Okay. So we're at Dilo Teva Haki. We have to say that Gemora over there that's worried about not finding the same get is talking about that there are caravans and there are two people with the same name in town. Because if we don't say that, Dilo Teva Haki.
For if you do not say so, Kasha de Rabba Adarabba.
That's
We have
right.
Kasha of Rabba on Rabba. We have a contradiction of Rabba with himself.
Right.
Jahu Gita de Ish Takach de Dina de Rav Huna. For there was this get that was found in Rav Huna's courthouse.
Uh-huh.
Dahava Kasuv Bey. And it was written in it, Bishvirei Mata De'al Rachis Nahara.
Yes.
In Shviri, a town on the river Rachis, Amar Rav Huna. Rav Huna said,
So it's in a town called Shavire, which is on the Rachis River.
right, and they found a get in that town.
Okay, so they found it not just in the town, but in the base. They found in the basin of Rav Huna, and the get said that it was written in such and such a town, in the town of Shaviri. Okay, so now if they found the get, that means somebody lost the get, right?
Yeah.
So somebody lost the get, and then it was found, and this story took place in the basin of Rav Huna, and this get said that it was written in the city of Shavire. That's what the get says.
Okay, so we don't know where it was found. We just know where it was written.
Well, we know where it was found. It was found in the basin of Rav Huna. The Ishtakach Beidina de Rav Huna.
Right, but we don't know where Rav Huna lives.
Well, he didn't live in Shavire.
How do we know that?
How do we know that? Well, you're going to find out. When you turn the page, you're going to find out.
Okay. All right. So Rav Huna said, Chayshinan Lishnei Shaviri. We're concerned that there are perhaps two towns named Shviri.
Mm-hmm.
V'amar le Rav Chizda. In the name of Rabbah.
He said to Rabbah.
I said to Rabbah. He said to Rabbah.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy with what Rav Huna said. Rav Huna said, hey, we're worried that there's two towns called Shviri, and therefore It's not enough that the get says there's an shveri, maybe there's two shveris. Rav Chisda wasn't happy with that. He said to Rabbah as follows.
Huk ayim ba. Go out and look into this matter. Del urta ba'i minach Rav Huna. For in the evening, Rav Huna will inquire of you concerning it.
Yeah. Whether you really have to worry about two towns of the same name. That's the question. That's the pertinent question.
Nafak dak v'ash kach. Robert went out and investigated and found Disnan. As we learned in a Mishnah, Kol Maaseh Beis Din, any act of the court, Hare Ze Yachazir.
Yeah.
We see he should return it.
What do you say we do the Rashis before we get too far?
Yeah, this is really not too clear. Okay, so
let's go back to Amud Aleph.
All right, let me get my glasses. The Rashi script is very small.
Yep.
Okay. Di la tema hachi.
Good.
Is that what we started? Yeah. Okay.
That is, yeah.
The Rava tarte be kasha dirava adirava. Let's see that for Rava. What's tarte?
Two.
We need we find a problem of Rabba on Rabba.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to translate that whole line. We have to read it with the beginning words, with the divrei amasa. The ilote mahaki, if you don't say like that, like that we just said that you need caravans to add two people with the same name. If you don't say like that, the Rabba by Tarte by, the Rabba requires two. He requires two requirements in order to worry about the validity of the gat. Kasha the Rabba. If you don't say that, you're going to end up with a contradiction between Rabba and Rabba.
If you don't say what?
If you don't say that Rabba has both requirements.
And both requirements being the two people with the same name and the caravans?
Right.
Okay.
Those are the two requirements. And if you don't say that Rabba requires both, then you're going to run into a problem. And the problem we're going to run into is the Gemora proceeds to say, Beidina de Rav Huna. This get was found in the Beis Din of Rav Huna.
Okay, so Beidina, the Beis Din, uminalan va'afilu Lizman Meruba Dilma.
Hold on, where are you reading from?
I'm reading the next Rashi.
The next Rashi, Beidina de Rav Huna, b'makom shu yoshev. They should say b'makom shu yoshev.
Well, I have one in before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have one that says B Dina.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So Minalan, from where even at the time Meruba is great. The great
Man Maruba, a lot of time. The funny thing is that what you're reading words that I don't see in my Rashi.
huh.
Do you know how to do a screen share?
Okay, I see my problem. I went across the column. I went into the Tosfos.
Aha!
Let me fix
Yes.
the problem here.
Yeah.
Dina the Rav Kuna. Now I'm where you said.
Okay, good.
Bimkom Shehu Yoshev Vidin Umi Toch She'achol Regilin Etzlo Ledin Habe Le Makom She Hashin Hashirot Mitsuyos Sham. Okay,
Good.
so in a place where there is dwelling,
Who Yoshi that he sits. He's the place that he sits.
the place that he sits, and the court
Vidon and judges. This is the place where Rav Huna sits and judges.
and judges.
And what does it mean, the Beidina de Rav Huna? It's talking about a physical place where he sits and judges.
Okay, umitoch shehakol regilin, and within it everything is normal.
Since everybody is regular, etzlo, everybody is regular to come to him.
Ladun, for him to judge. Avele, there is makom, a place. Shehaishirot, I don't know. What's that word mean?
That the caravans.
Caravans.
Shehashayaros, that the caravans.
That the caravans, Mitsuyos Sham, they travel there?
Yeah, they're common there. Yeah, they're found there. So what he's saying is that the physical place that Rav Huna sits and judges, it's a place that a lot of people come for judgment, and therefore it's like Shiyaros Mitsuyos Sham. It's like caravans are commonly passed through over there, even though you don't really have camels walking through the middle of his basement, but it's as if you do, because lots of people come there. And they actually have legal documents with them. Everybody's coming with a portfolio and their legal documents, and somebody dropped something.
Okay.
So that's step number one. Rashi has proved to us that the place where this get was found is considered as if a place that lots of caravans go to.
Right. So we've got one of the conditions.
Very good.
Okay. So now next Rashi, or you want me to go back to the Gemora?
Next Rashi.
Ashinan lishnei shavidi.
Shavire.
Shavire. What's Shavire?
That's the name of the
That's
place
the
that we're
name-
talking about, the town that there might be two Shviri towns. We're concerned that there could be two towns named Shviri.
That's right. You heard what Phil said? He's got it.
We're concerned about two towns. Afal P Sheba Achad Lifninu V'amar Meni Nafal Ploni Aya Mishalcho. Let's see, let's try and translate a little bit. Even though that someone comes to Ploni, to so
Lifanenu, before us.
Lifanenu, before us.
Maybe you heard the word lifanav. Maybe you've heard the word lifanav, before him. So here it's lifanenu, before us.
I got it. And he says to us, I dropped something.
He says, Mimeni nafal. It fell from me.
It fell from me. And
so this get was found, right? A get was found in the basin of Rav Huna, and then somebody shows up and he says, hey, it fell from me.
Okay, it fell from me. And Ploni, so-and-so found it?
Not found it. The basin, some anonymous person in the basin found it. We don't know who.
And it was Mishalcho. What's Mishalcho?
Ploni was sending it. Mishalcho, sending it. He says, the get fell from me. And Ploni was sending it.
So in other words, the person who's talking is the shliach.
Yep, that's right.
The ishto, to his wife. Of V'yod'in anu, and we know she'ein sham bishviri shnei anashim. We know that there aren't in that town shviri, two people. Sheshemo Sehen Shavin, that their names are the same.
That's right.
Chashinan, we're concerned. Shema Shiviri Acheres Yesh. We're concerned that there's another Shviri. Yesh Ba Yosef ben Shimon Achar. And there is in that town somebody named the same name, Yosef ben Shimon, another one.
Yeah. So that's what Rav Huna said. The get was found. Somebody shows up and says, I lost it, and Ploni was sending it to his wife. And we know that it says Shvire, right? And we know they looked through the phone book and there are not two Yosef ben Shimons in Shvire. So Rav Huna said, maybe there's another Shvire. Chayshinan, that's what Rav Huna said. Chayshinan, Shama Shvir Acheres Yesh. Maybe there's another Shvire. So what do we see so far? Let's try to narrow it down. If there would be no other Shvire, if we would know for sure that there's no other Shvire, then everything would be okay, right?
Because there are two people of that same name in that one Siri town. But you're afraid in the other Siri there might be somebody with that name.
We're afraid. Well, the only thing we're afraid of is that there's another Shvire, right?
No.
Well, there's there aren't two people with the same name in the one Shviri. Everybody knows that. So that's why we're afraid this name is from the other Shviri with the same name.
I'm trying to disagree with Phil.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Let me
That's my husband.
say, and that is, we said that there are two conditions. One is caravans and the other is two people with the same name. We have not other. We have one condition and not the other. So that's why I said it's not good.
Which condition are we lacking?
Two people with the same name.
So we have caravans, but we don't have two people with the same name. And therefore the get should be good. Right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Rabba holds that you need to have two people with the same name in the same town. And here we see exactly that. Even though there's caravans, we're still not worried about the get unless there's two people with the same name in the same town. It's just that here we're worried that maybe there's another town with the same name.
Right.
And I think we're going to throw that out.
I would hope so. I mean, we find a get and it says the name of the town and we know the town with that name. So why are we looking for trouble?
So I think that we're going to throw, we are going to throw it out. We're going to throw it out. So we saw that the Gemora said that Rav Chisda said to Rabbah, go check it out. Go check it out because Rav Huna is going to ask you in the evening about this, right?
What he's checking out is he's going to try and find another Shviri.
So what we're going to see is that he's going to try to show that you don't have to worry about another Shviri. I think that's what he's going to say. I think he's going to prove that you don't have to worry about another Shviri.
Wouldn't it be sort of far-fetched, that it would be another Shviri since it was found in this Shviri? Oh, but there's another Shviri, somebody else with that same name. It's not, that's something that doesn't sound common.
So once you worry about something that's not common, so then you could expand the principle. Like we're worried about there's any another person with the same name. So then by the same coin, I'll worry that there's another town by the same name. I mean, we're already playing in the improbabilities, right? We're playing an improbabilities game. Maybe there's two guys and two gals with the same name in the town. So once you're doing that, you can say, and maybe there's two towns with the same name. So I think that's what Rav Huna is saying. Rav Huna is saying that by the same token, we would have to worry about two towns with the same name. Rav Chisda didn't like that, and he told Rabbah to go check it out, see if he could find something on the subject. So Rabbah comes back, and he says, I found something. Nafak, dak, ve'ashkach. He went out, he looked around, and he found something. Ditzanan, and this is what he found. Kol ma'isa beis din arizayachzir.
Any act of the court, he should return it.
So let's see what Rashi says on that.
Okay. Let's see. Kol ma'aseh beis din harei zeh yachzir. Kol milsa de'asa the beis din the kayim the deleka the mi chash v'nimlach alehen shelo lichnan rab hare zeh yachazir v'zeh mikom b'beis din haya
Mukuyam.
Mikuya. Where's Mikuya?
Mikuyam with a mem at the end.
Mikuyam. Got it. B'beis din haya ulechach hova sham. Okay, so any place that there is a based in
Call
to
milsa anything. Milsa is a thing.
anything that comes to based in
Correct.
to be
From the
established that it is not
So
What's-
we need one more word, lakayim. Anything that comes to Beis Din to be authorized.
authorized, that it is
Anything that comes to Beis Din to be authorized, the din is hari zayachazir. You shall return it. And now we're going to find out why you shall return it. The lekalamechash.
what's the mechash?
Be concerned.
That we are not concerned. The nimlach alehen. What's nimlach?
Change his mind. Reconsider.
That he would reconsider it. So, none. That it was not given.
So you read it like this. We don't have to worry that somebody reconsidered about it to not give it.
To not give it.
That's the reconsideration. We learned in our Mishnah on Yud Ches Amud Aleph that there's a bunch of things that you shouldn't return because the guy might have changed his mind and never given it.
Right.
So now we're finding out that if that thing was found in Beis Din, you don't have to worry that maybe he changed his mind and didn't want to give it because he wouldn't be in Beis Din if he didn't want to use it. He brought it to Beis Din in order to have it authorized, so we know that he wants to give it.
Ah. So it should be returned.
Right, because the chashash doesn't exist. The chashash, the concern that maybe he changed his mind, doesn't exist because he wouldn't have brought it to Beis Din if he changed his mind.
Okay, and this is a place based in.
V'zeh mekuyam beBeis Din.
But what is Makuyam?
Authorized.
And this is authorized by based in that it is
Ulechach, and therefore
and therefore he's obligated in it.
Ulechach hu vasham, and therefore it was brought there.
It was brought there.
Yeah, so what we're saying is that if you find an authorized document on the floor in the Beis Din, you can return it because obviously it was brought there to be used. The guy didn't change his mind. Otherwise, he wouldn't walk into Beis Din with an authorized document.
Okay, so we're assuming that somebody came to based in with an authorized document and he dropped it.
Right. And so therefore, the get that was found on the floor in the basin of Rav Huna should be returned to the Shaliach. We should return to the Shaliach according to this Mishnah.
And he can go and give it to whoever he has to give it to.
Right, he can just go right ahead and give it to the lady.
Okay.
So that's what that's the Mishnah that Rabbah found, and in order to disprove the chashash of Rav Chisda that maybe we're worried about two shaviris. So let's go back in the Gemora to see that. We're gonna run out of time in a minute, I suppose. Let's see how far we get.
Okay, so back to the Gemora.
Yeah,
The
Zeha Beidina.
Beit Tina to Rav Huna. Now the courthouse of Rav Huna, Dechi Makom Shehaisharus Mitzius Dami. It's comparable to a place where caravans are coming.
Right.
Due to the fact that there's a constant travel of people coming and going in the courthouse.
Right.
Vikar Pashit Rabba de Yachazir.
Right.
And Rabba concluded that one should return it.
Yeah. Pashit in this context means answer. You have a question and you have an answer. So Rabba's answer to the question was he should return it. Alma, therefore, now we get to the real point.
Alma, evidently, he took Zeku, Shnei Yosef ben Shimon Ain. If it has been established, there are two Yosefs and Shimons.
No, the ain, there aren't.
Een, yes.
Oh, it's een. Oh, it's yes.
We
Okay.
read the
No, it's not
een.
ain.
Yes,
It's een. Okay.
yes, we will worry.
Ilolo. Okay, I got lost. If it has indeed been established that two men named Yosef ben Shimon reside in the city named in the bill of divorce, are we concerned for the possibility of a second bill of divorce? Ilolo. But if this has not been established, we are not concerned. I don't get it.
And it's the same about two people. You have two people with the
So,
same name. Then we're
the
concerned.
get
If there are
that was
that
found
name
in the
was-
basin of Rav Huna is considered a place where there are shayaros, there are caravans.
Right?
Yeah,
Don't have the same name.
Rabba was only worried if you have two people with the same name.
Right?
So therefore, you see, Rabba is only worried if you have both conditions, caravans and two people with the same name. Here you had caravans, but you didn't have people with the same name. And therefore, Rabba said, return the gap.
Well, wait a second. I thought we said that I thought the Gemora says that if there are two men with the same name,
Yeah,
then we don't return it.
correct. And since here there are not, we will return it. Despite the fact that we fulfill one of the conditions.
So that's what ELOLO means. If there are not two men with the same name, then we don't return it.
Then we're not concerned.
Not concerned, and we do return it.
Correct.
Okay, that's why I was confused.
It is confusing.